Well, Vandana, thank you so much for your time and for being here and sharing your thoughts and knowledge. You're such an inspiration for me personally. I see you really as, like a lighthouse because for me and for many people who still question the status quo, has like critical thinking and want to really change the world and make it a better place for everybody with social, gender justice and racial justice as well. So thank you for that. You see, you're like a mother hug, in hard times. So thank you. And I'd like to start talking a little bit about because you are our mother of ecofeminism, of our times, and I would like to hear a little bit more about that, about this concept, about the importance of it, about the eco part of feminism.
I was a feminist, as any thinking man and woman should be, because men and women are not unequal in a patriarchal structure that says women are less, women are objects to be owned, manipulated. It's just a false structure, false illusion. But it's when I got involved with this beautiful movement and sitting under this 200-year-old magnolia tree, my sisters in the mountains came out and said, don't cut these trees, because they are our mothers. And you think they give us timber, but they give us life. They give us soil, water, and pure air. These days they talk about ecological services. And they said, if you bring the axe to cut the tree, we will hug the trees, and you'll have to kill us before you kill the tree. And that action, the idea of that action, really triggered a huge movement. And eventually in 1981, commercial logging was banned in the mountain. But I was trying to make sense. How is it that the women come out to say you cannot destroy the forest? And I realized that the women are the ones who live with the forest protects them, they protect the forest. And the men were either migrants going somewhere far away to do a job, or playing cards, and the women were going to the forest. So the economy, the nature's economy, was an economy in which women and nature were providing everything we need, the food, the water, the herbs, the medicine, everything. And I started to realize what we call the economy, just cutting a tree. And we call cutting a tree growth, because it becomes money. Whereas the women knew that the true economy is the growth of the tree, is the growth of their children, is the growth of the stream, planting oak trees in the catchments. And then one after the other, different movements grew, and women were always in front. Bhopal disaster, pesticide plant leaked, and it's the women who are still fighting. They started to do this very violent shrimp aquaculture along the coasts, which made the water saline. And the women fought against that. So I asked myself a very simple question. Why do the women stand there in defense of nature? And second, how did this thinking that nature is dead grow? And so I wrote my first book, Staying Alive. And I realized that it isn't that men think nature is dead. Some powerful men were given the job, declare nature is dead, so that we can then exploit nature. Declare knowledge of living relationships with nature as witchcraft. That was the witch hunts. 9 million people killed in Europe in what I call an epistemicide. But that epistemicide then leads to ecocide, the killing of nature, to femicide, the killing of women, genocide, killing of large numbers of people, and all of this violence is interlinked. Because it comes from the same idea of superiority and separation.